We back, this time with full auto Nibble. And it has been a busy week. And then B-side pulled a fast one, increasing the minimum score for DC. This means more rewards. Honestly, I'm not quite sure how this will change my videos. I'm workshopping some ideas, but to get 18k score means more mods, which means I don't think I can use broken sets and bad gear anymore. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and see how I'll go about this. The minimum score to get to is 18k, and we'll do our best to reach that. I've got two setups to show: a budget team made up of farmable units, banner units, and units available through the new player selectors most of the time, and a vested team with those with more resources. Find the squad codes in the description below. Let me show you what I got. Okay, so like last time, not really a budget way to survive. Well, to survive this sniper boss. So we're just gonna go ahead and use Ecclesia this time because I used Essarosa, which you can use Ecclesia instead of Essarosa with the same setup, and it'll work out a little better. Now, unfortunately, Chinasu is going to bite the dust, but that's fine. Linjian gets to live, which we'll sit there and we'll get our DP, which will allow us to deploy, more goodness, more defenders to sit there and fight this boss. And like I said, Ecclesia and Essarosa do actually pretty good damage versus this boss just because of the roll advantage here and because you can run them on damage gear, but Ecclesia is definitely going to, well, not Ecclesia, but Essarosa is going to pull ahead just because she does do true damage and such. So it's really just a do whatever you can to buff Essarosa on this fight. Alright, so here's the team. The ship is Lake Superior and the operator is Kim Hana, and you'll notice I made a slight change between the video you just watched and the actual team. Soy Yoon is on the team this time. Mina doesn't really work out very well. She shouldn't really deploy, so just went with Soy Yoon to get some more damage in. As far as gear goes, we are going for full tank on 4chan. And then for Essarosa, we are going to go full CDR, as much ground damage as possible. For Linjian, we're just going full tank gear. We want her as tanky as possible. And then for Chinatsu, we're going full tanky CDR gear. For Rivet, we're actually going with some damage gear here, so she can help clear out the ads so Essarosa can get to the boss faster. For Yang, we're actually running the free to play set, which works out perfectly for what she needs to do. And then for Hilde, we're running full CDR, as much ground damage as possible. Mage will be better here. And then Soyun's gear doesn't actually matter, she's just coming out for her buff. Alright, now we get to have both Ecclesia and Essarosa on the team. Woohoo! Except this time we're actually going to be running full damage gear on Essarosa so that we can actually clear this boss a lot faster. Now, we have things timed so that the boss jumps up. Now, because Ecclesia is in front, that's going to sit here and protect our Linjian and our Chinatsu. Now, our Lin is going to get low, so skill haste is important on Chinatsu just to keep her, just so we can get these heals quick enough. Unfortunately, Linjian just keeps getting tripped over and over, and this never gets old. It's hilarious every time I watch it. But eventually she'll be able to get her ultimate off, which will then get our Swan out, and I am doing Swan first into Surya. It may not seem like that big of a deal because they seem to spawn about the same time, but it actually works out so that Swan can ultimate and hopefully get our ults on Surya and Estarossa during that time that Swan ults. Now that we have a Gia on the field, we can actually turn auto off, and this is super important because if you don't turn it off, your 4chan is going to respawn and die, and then the boss will eventually just kill your ship, and it becomes a race between how quickly you can kill the boss and the ship. So just turn it off. Don't need the ship skills anymore. You have Aegea. Aegea is going to be shielding your back line and your team. Your front line's a bunch of defenders with MDL, so it's not like you actually have to shield them anyways. And then we just sit here and watch the magic as Estarossa does some more, some enhanced attacks and starts popping the boss for massive damage. For the invested team, we are going Lake Superior as the ship, Sysop as the operator. The gear for 4chan, we're actually using no gear. This will help out with timings. It'll die faster. Ecclesia, we're going full CDR. We get a little melee res so that it helps out with the flying ads. For Linjian, we're going with tanky CDR, as much ground res as possible with skill haste. And then for Chinatsu, same thing, we're going tanky CDR, but we want to focus more on CDR for her. For Estarossa, I'm going full anti-sniper. These are carry here. And then for Swan, we're going with tanky CDR as well, but we do want to focus on the skill haste. Then for Surya, we're going with an attack speed, anti-sniper damage. Could go ult amp or just go full sniper damage as well. Then for Sinjia, we are going full CDR with a little, range res just to help out. Thanks everyone for watching. If you made it this far, I really hope this helps you get the minimum score this season. And like I said at the beginning, let me know your thoughts and ideas about the 18k minimum score and any ideas about the budget team. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're feeling extra special, you can join the Mage Institute by clicking the join button. Catch me on Discord, link is in the description, and if you want to help support this channel, there's a link in the description for that too.